Greetings to all our Safari family, friends and subscribers. It is time to bring you a really cool review, an updated review on one of the super popular areas up in Zululand, well known to many local travelers and family goers, Cape Vidal. Going, bro?
Cape Vidal.
Okay, so we are now off to Cape Vidal. It's a beautiful morning, and we've got about a 3.5 hour drive from the KwaZulu-Natal Midlands up to Cape Vidal. So see you in Vidal. So Cape Vidal is situated near the town of St Lucia in the east coast of South Africa. You will drive into a town called St Lucia, and then you will head up north along the coastline. You will head into the eastern shores part of the Isimangaliso wetland park, which is a World Heritage Site. You'll go through the Benghazi gate. Okay, so we have just arrived at Benghazi gate at the eastern shores, and we're going to go into reception and pay your entrance. So it's run by Isimangaliso, where the campsite is actually run by KZN Wildlife. So you pay a separate entrance going into the eastern shores. Make your way up a pretty well tarred road all the way up 30 odd kilometers later to Cape Vidal. Now along the way there's a lot of game viewing to be done in the park itself. There are elephants, there are buffalo, there are hippo, there are crocodile, there are rhino, there are leopard, pretty much everything except lions you have the chance of encountering, as well as a variety of plains game like kudu and bushbuck and waterbuck and common reed buck. So enjoy your game drive up to Cape Vidal itself. Four nice dogger boys. You have a really good chance of seeing some cool animals and some really special birds along the way. So for all you birders out there, we're on our way. We just come through the gate, and a couple of kilometers in, one of the water holes on the right hand side. Right next to us, look over my thumb there, there's a rufous-bellied heron. There's actually a pair of them. There's one here and there's another one sitting in the palm tree over there. But that's a super special sighting for this area of South Africa. Have a look at that. I'll show you some video now. Rufous-bellied heron, and then inside here, in this water hole here, there's also Chukana, white-backed duck, yellow-billed duck, white-faced whistling duck, and little grebe that I've seen so far. That's super cool. So you make your way up for about 30 kilometers. On the route there are some game drive roads that you can head off on. There are some loop roads. There are some hides that you can go into, some lookout points that you can go to. So just a short drive off the main road, about 0.7 k's off the main drag, heading up to Vidal. There's a road that heads to Catalina Bay, and Catalina Bay is a bay off the Lake St Lucia, and there's a lovely little toilet facility here, and a short walkway up to a beautiful lookout point over Catalina Bay. It's really pretty. It's really windy today, but it's quite a magnificent view, so worth taking the time to just stop in here at Catalina Bay. Now at this time of year, we're here in July, the whales are just going crazy out to sea. I see a lot of whales breaching really close inshore as well, which is really cool. According to the kids, there are 74 official steps up the walkway, and then you've got these huge steps that you fall off of on your way back to the car park. Okay, so on your way in from the gate heading to Vidal, you go through some magnificent grasslands, some coastal floodplains, and on your left hand side you'll see a lovely viewpoint where you look down over Lake St Lucia and the Benghazi Lakes complex down here. It's absolutely beautiful, really pretty, and we have already seen hippo out grazing, waterbuck, zebra, wildebeest, kudu and white rhino so far, and we haven't even got to the camp yet. There's another spot called Mission Rocks, and follow the signs, head up to Mission Rocks. There's a couple of viewpoints and lookouts on the way there. And there's a fabulous parking at Mission Rocks with a great ablution and a picnic area, and you make your way down through the sand dune onto the beach. Well, it's not really much of a beach, it's actually all rock there, so be sure to wear some shoes or some sandals or some beach shoes. Make your way onto the rocks. It's really pretty, and the fishing's actually pretty good there if you get the tide right, but definitely worth taking a little walk or a drive to Mission Rocks and having a squiz there. So from when you're camping at Vidal, should you be needing supplies, the drive back to St Lucia town, which is a pretty well established town with good supplies and restaurants and shops, etc. It's only 30 odd kilometers away, so yeah, it's a nice little morning drive with a bit of game viewing along the way to get back there. Okay, so we have just had a fantastic morning in St Lucia. A very generous morning.
So we're gonna go whale watching today, and then later we're going to go look at some crocodiles and hippos in the St Lucia estuary.
We got contacted by Advantage Tours to join them on a whale watching cruise this morning, whale watching adventure, and we came through from the campsite early this morning, met up with at the office here, Advantage office in town, and ended up on a wonderful boat out to sea going to look for whales, and it was the kids' first time on the ocean for that matter, and on a boat, a big boat, so we plundered off through the waves and made our way out there, and there was actually quite a lot of whale activity, so it was super cool, really great experience for the kids, and yeah, they learnt a lot, and we had some good birding out there while we were out in the ocean.
This is fun.
Hold on. There we go. So that was super cool. And then upon our return, they put us up for some lunch at the Ocean Grill in town. Fantastic restaurant, really good food. I had the catch of the day, which was a kabeljau fish and chips, and it was fantastic. Hannah had the best calamari that she's ever had.
Awesome
She
calamari.
thoroughly enjoyed that, and Connor Boy ended up with a good old hamburger. So awesome restaurant, really enjoyed that meal. But wow, what a great morning, and a huge shout out to Michelle and the team from Advantage Tours. We really appreciate that. But the day hasn't ended. We've just had lunch and we're just taking a walk out to the estuary quickly to see if we can find a Eurasian oyster catcher, a rare bird. And then at about 3 o'clock they're putting us up onto onto a hippo and croc tour on the estuary. So we're going to go for a cruise after this walk. So yeah, looking forward to that. Okay, so it's super windy. We've just made it to the mouth here where the Umfolozi River comes out here in St Lucia, and in getting here you can see all the black oyster catchers over there, and among them was the Eurasian. So we're super chuffed to have seen the Eurasian oyster catcher. It's a lifer for all three of us, so really special sighting, and glad we made the effort to come down. Captain Connor? Big shout out to Advantage. Thanks guys, really appreciate it. Michelle, you're a star, and to the team from Ratel and putting it all together and proposing it. So thanks very much guys, and looking forward to what's next. How about this? This is Lake Benghazi. So we're standing here at Kwalokotwayo lookout point, and it is absolutely magnificent. So this is an inland lake separate to the St Lucia system, and I have never seen so much water here. It is absolutely stunning. There's been big rains for late in the rainy season. We're in the dry season now, but all of these areas are really flooded at the moment. And when you come back from Cape Vidal, from the campsite, and you take a right turn, there's a loop that's called the Grassland Loop. And this is about 1 kilometer or 2 into the Grassland Loop, and you go through this beautiful coastal forest, and you pop out at these flooded these plains and waterlogged plains and Lake Benghazi. And as you can see behind me, it is quite an expansive lake. It's a freshwater lake. There are hippo and crocodile in here, some big crocs, and we've seen a lot of hippo, but you see a lot of game around here. There was a buffalo grazing there just now, and it's really stunning. Bird life is prolific, but yeah, it's really cool to come and look at this. There is a lake, there's a lodge just up here, Benghazi Lodge, that you can book out. I've been to it years ago, but I haven't been recently to see the condition of it, and I think it's booked up at the moment. But yeah, it's absolutely stunning and definitely well worth the visit and the drive. The Grassland Loop is a 1 kilometer, is a one-way drive, but this part of it you can turn around and head back because of residents at Benghazi Lodge here. But the rest of the loop is really beautiful. You see a lot of game: kudu, waterbug, zebra, wildebeest, buffalo, possibly elephant, rhino, maybe even leopard. So yeah, definitely worth doing, and obviously really good for birding. But just look at this behind me. It's absolutely beautiful. continue your way up to the campsite of Cape Vidal. You will hit some beautiful coastal forest and work your way down through the coastal forest. And as you get to the Cape Vidal area, you've gone through a little staff village as such, and you'll make your way down through the indigenous forest. And as you come into the campsite area, you'll notice a pretty well appointed curio and tuck shop on your right hand side. Now this store has quite a few provisions. It's pretty well stocked, from your basic foodstuffs to toiletries, to ice creams, to juices, to ice, some clothing, some apparel. So it's pretty well appointed. And then immediately on your left hand side, you'll see the actual entrance into the campsite area. But upon arrival to camp, you must continue straight down the road and you'll head down to the reception area. Now at the reception area, you will sign in.
Welcome to Cape Vidal Safari family. Enjoy your stay.
There are 50 campsites at Cape Vidal, and you can pre-allocate a campsite, or you can select a campsite should you wish, or you just get allocated when you're there at reception. So you'll get into reception, you'll sign your indemnities, and then you'll make your way back up to the entrance to the camping area, to the campsites. There's a lovely female bushbuck in camp. There's quite a few bushbuck in camp. There's another two just around the side there, and there's a whole bunch of Isimangaliso monkeys and vervets here as well. But the bushbuck often like to hang out with the monkeys as well, because the monkeys drop leaves from trees for them. All campsites are have electric points. All campsites have a tap with running water. There are 3 ablution and pretty good ablution facilities, pretty well maintained in the within the campsite area, and effectively all the campsites themselves are pretty close and accessible to these ablution facilities. They vary in size. The campsites vary in size, and they vary in the level of the site. Some sites are pretty flat. Some of them you're going to have a bit of a hard time, whether you have a caravan or a trailer, or even in a tent. You're going to be sleeping uphill or downhill. So yeah, the ones I've selected, which stand out to me, are ones that are possibly a little bit away from the traffic, that are obviously level, and are a little bit more secluded than the others. So campsite number 19, effectively divided into A and B, is an awesome campsite. It's situated down here in the forest, set away from all the other campsites, quite close to the ablutions as well. We've got lots of trees and really, really pretty down there. And behind campsite, I think it is 20, there's a really cool and popular sand dune with the kids that they all bodyboard down. It's really steep, and they just have a lot of fun. So just bear in mind, if you do book 20 to camp, you might have some noisy kids all day playing up and down this awesome sand dune.
If you put them in water, or if you put them in the sand, they just sink until they just dig into the sand. Your gin and tonic is served.
Ah, gracious son.
At the dipping house.
whatever you can see. Yeah. And the safari family is really cool and fun.
Can I stay on it?
So we've been following a honey badger around camp, but I think it's so cute for some reason. And he's just digged in this trash can and he's found a packet of, I think, bones. So, and he's just exploring.
So I think one of the best parts of camping is the opportunity for kids to make new friends, to meet other kids that are in the campsites and just ignite new friendships and have a great time together. That's a very special part of camping in my book, and today was a very good example. We actually ended up seeing some people that we knew. Often you'll end up in campsites where you know people. That seems to be a super small world. So meeting old friends and creating new friends, and watching the kids this evening getting together with a whole bunch of other kids and having a great time was super special, and running around looking for hyenas and honey badgers and doing their thing. So the next few days they'll definitely be spending quite a bit of time all playing together and possibly meeting some more kids. But tomorrow we've got a lot more adventure lined up, and we're looking forward to it. Now, a big thing to remember in the campsites at Cape Vidal, and what Cape Vidal is famous for, is the volume of monkeys and vandalists that are staying within the campsite area. Now, these vandalists include vervet monkey, samango monkey, bush pig, honey badger, banded mongoose, and spotted hyena. So really take care. These monkeys here are next level. They have their master's degree in break and entry and know how to open tents. The honey badgers know how to open cooler boxes and get into cooler boxes, knock rubbish bins over, tear through stuff to get at whatever they want. So really be vigilant about how you keep your foodstuffs, and to lock your foodstuffs and close your tents when you head out to the beach or out for game drives. They really are a problem, and you really need to consider what they can do. So on that note of animals, there's also leopard around, and leopard are quite commonly sighted here. I don't think it's anything to be worried about, but just be cognizant that there are leopard around. And obviously spotted hyena, quite a few spotted hyena, especially down towards the cleaning station, where the guys will clean out fish, where you launch boats. So yeah, that's the camping at Vidal. There are 2 walks from 2 of the campsites, or the campsite area, to over the dunes, quite steep walks up over the dunes and to the beach directly. So the campsite is tucked behind a big sand dune, away from the beach. But if you were to drive beyond the campsite and beyond reception, you'll get down to another parking area where you launch boats, and effectively the easiest access to the actual beach and the bay itself. It's a really neat beach. There's a bit of a rip current here, so be careful with snorkeling. Fishing's pretty good from the shore here as well. There is another little shop here where you can get ice creams and some waters and juices, and that's it. But park there, walk onto the beach, and really enjoy the Cape Vidal beach. Now at that point there's another entrance which is restricted to residents only of the second form of accommodation at Cape Vidal, and this is in the form of log cabins. Now there are 29 log cabins of 2 different sizes. Some are 4-sleeper and some are 6-sleeper log cabins. They are pretty well spread out through the coastal forest. Some of them are a little bit more well maintained than others, but they are pretty cool. So you'll find double beds in the 6-sleeper, as well as 2 sets of single beds. Each room has a fan inside the room. There's a bathroom with a shower and a bath and a toilet and a basin, and then you've got a sort of a lounge area and a nice little kitchenette, complete with a deep freeze, a fridge, a microwave oven, and all the utensils that you need. So these log cabins are pretty cool. Some of them do have a little bit of a smell, or sort of a bat smell to them, but overall they're actually really nice, and they sort of set away from the campsite area and the hustle bustle of the rest of Cape Vidal. There is a walkway through the sand up over the sand dune to the beach from cabin number 14, which is a 6-sleeper unit. Really nice unit in my book. So yeah, overall Cape Vidal is just a magnificent place. It's a very special place. Many families have been here many times. I have been here many times. It's a place to create special memories with the kids. Enjoy some fishing, enjoy some beach time, enjoy the wildlife, enjoy some game drives, enjoy the scenery, and I really do put it high on the list to be visited in Zululand. So Safari Family gives it a big thumbs up and promotes Cape Vidal for sure.